In today's video, we are going to be breaking down Jrue Holiday and, of course, how he is able to score so easily and how you can play just like him, because I think he is a very good player and is really showing what he has in this year's playoffs. Let's get down and let's check out Jrue Holiday. The first thing that I should say is that he is extremely good transitioning from defense into offense. He is able to take his man one-on-one after screens or even after a staggered screen like this one. Now in this play, what they're setting up is a staggered screen. Usually what would happen is this player would trail out, this player would roll towards the basket, and he would use both of those screens. However, he also has the option to cut down the middle between the two staggered screens, and that brings basically a couple of different options to them. This player will then roll down towards the baseline, and now if this main player was to get stuck behind him, this would be an easy pass out towards the corner for a mid-range or even a three-point shot. However, Jrue Holiday is also very good at setting up floaters, and again, that is what we've seen here. The reason why the floater worked is, of course, this defender, the hedging player, decided to give him just enough space, and if you see enough space and your main defender is on your hip, then guess what? You can get that floater off and you should be able to make it. Here we see transitioning from defense into offense. He is now transitioning, and of course he sees the correct choice. Now, no matter who's dribbling this ball up, if you have somebody like Giannis on your team, or if you are the Milwaukee Bucks watching this, always, if you're the guy down the middle, always try to get the pass going to the player who either has one of two things or both of these things going for him. Number one, the one who has the biggest head of steam, who is the biggest on the court, especially if you've got two players like we have here. We have this player who is cut off from the net and he didn't have a full head of steam. Giannis generally runs with great intention to just rim run every single time. And of course, if a defense doesn't cut him off, or if you as the ball handler see that a player has a lane towards the basket like this one did not, because of course we have him here, Tyler Hero is going to be cutting that off anyways. So what we do have is a set of players who cannot stop Giannis. Giannis's defender is over here. We have a forward, another forward, and a guard. Nobody's going to be stopping Giannis when it comes to their size, and Giannis is able to get that pass in stride and just throw it down. Jrue Holiday is very good at passing off of the screen and roll as well, but he's also good at setting up floaters too. So this was not an actual pass. So what we do see here is a very good screen by Giannis Antetokounmpo. We see Jrue Holiday attacking Giannis's man so that he forces the head, and then of course Jrue Holiday's main defender wants to keep up with Jrue Holiday because nobody wants to get dunked on for one, but of course nobody wants to have Jrue Holiday shoot because he's a good shooter himself. So what we see here is Jrue Holiday sends up the pass, or at least something that looks like a pass, but in reality it was actually a floater, which was actually really smart. So he does this on the run, and by sending up a shot, if you have a big rebounder like Giannis down in the paint who is wide open anyways, you can send up the shot, get the shot or the points quicker in your offense, and then if you do miss, you've got Giannis there to basically feed and feast on your rebounds. Jrue Holiday also has extremely good hand-eye coordination and hands to be able to stop passes like that, and of course be able to be smart enough to run out after a stop like that and to finish in the full court. Remember I was saying he was good defense to offense transition? He also has these tricky moves off of a screen and roll where he'll do a jump stop where he lands on both feet, and he'll do a shot fake at the exact same time. This way he's able to step through and go in for that layup because that is allowed. So what he does here is a quick jump stop, does the fake at the same time, but by doing a jump stop, if this was just a one-on-one situation, well, basically what happens is he could choose to go right or left, but because his defender's on his right side, he decides to go left, and there's nothing the defender can do. If you're the defender in this situation, what you should do is just stop before that circle, and if somebody's going to be doing a jump stop or not, it doesn't matter. What you should do is not jump because that's going to get you a foul. What you should do is just plant your feet, take the charge if you can. If he stops before you can even take the charge, which it looks like if you were here and he stops right here, then of course he's stopping before your charge, and he's still going to be able to step around you, but at least you can still reach out and potentially get that finger roll in this case. Meanwhile, if you're jumping already in the air, you're not going to be able to be set up to stop that. Jrue Holiday is also very good in the one-on-one isolation moves. He does some quick hesitations that gets the defender down onto their heels, and then he's able to put up a mid-range shot. And that's what we see here. Quick hesitation jabs, and then he's able to then step back into a shot. He's also a very good defender. He can get in front of his defender to make them change their directions, and he's able to then reach in and get that ball without making contact other than a flop, and then he's able to poke that ball away and then transition into the full court. This is a very smart move. So what you can do is just basically run up behind, especially if somebody is about to use a screen. You can fight over top of the screen by doing this, and if they're keeping that ball wide out from beside them, you can just pick that ball, and then of course the rest is history. A little tip that you can take from from Jrue Holiday is the fact that after you get a defensive rebound, just run. If you get a deep defensive rebound, run down court. Get that ball down as far as you can, and if you can score it. But if you can be like Jrue Holiday and be able to get that defensive rebound, and if you get a defensive rebound above the free throw line, what I want you to do is just to get down court as fast as possible. That's going to rush the defense into setting up for one, or it may just get you a quick 2 points if you can get all the way down. I hope that this video has helped you become a better basketball player. If it has, hit that like button and subscribe. Go check out all of the equipment that I use down in the description below, and I'll see you guys again next time.